A couple of weeks ago, I showed you how to use light from your windows to create a simple, free lighting setup that looked pretty great. But there are a couple of flaws in that plan, so today I'm going to show you how to light yourself for video using a simple one light setup. The first flaw with window light is the fact that sometimes there just isn't any available. Maybe you have to film when you get home from work when the sun is already down. Maybe the window in your recording space just doesn't get any light because you're too close to the house next door. And the third issue is that clouds and the movement of the sun can make window light unpredictable and unreliable at times. This is when bringing in actual video lights can really help. Today we're going to be using the Mount Dog Softbox lighting kit, which I picked up off of Amazon, and it comes under multiple aliases, and do not worry because I will put all of the information to find one of these down in the description below. I picked this light up a couple of weeks ago after seeing some really great reviews on it because at $50, the value that you get with this thing is just insane. You get the light, a softbox, which is this cover with kind of a white sheet that diffuses the light, and a stand. And what really sets this light apart is the fact that it's dimmable and it is bicolor, which means that you can change the light from a nice cool color to a warm color depending on your environment and what you want it to look like. So the first question I get a lot from people is, I have lights built into my ceilings. Why do I need to buy a light for my videos? Light, as I'm sure you know, casts shadows, and sometimes those shadows can be flattering, and sometimes not so much. Light from straight overhead has a tendency to give you dark circles underneath your eyes and can make you look a little bit like Uncle Fester. Light from below can make you look a little bit like a vampire, and that's a great look for Halloween, but maybe not the rest of the year. Something you see a lot from beauty vloggers is straight on light, and this gives a very flat look. It also minimizes contours and things like wrinkles, but for normal stuff, it doesn't look very natural. So where should you put your light then? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly that, but before I do, if you like what you've seen so far and you're getting value out of this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. It helps the video and the channel, and it also lets me know what kind of content you like so that I can make more of it. And if this is your first time here, go ahead and hit that subscribe and notification button so that you can stay up to date with the new content I come out with every week, made specifically for new videographers and entrepreneurs just like you. So my favorite place to put the light is about 45 degrees to the side and about 45 degrees above where I'm sitting. This creates really nice contours on the face. It also gives a nice shadow underneath the chin, which is very slimming. And it just gives a nice natural look that isn't distracting. And fun fact, this is actually called Rembrandt lighting, and it's named after the artist Rembrandt, who used this technique a ton for his portraits. And if that's not an awesome endorsement for this lighting technique, I don't know what is. After light placement, you want to think about light quality. Is your light soft and flattering like this? Or does it look like, well, this? Two things control light quality. The first is the size of your light source, and the second is the diffusion, which in this case is done with a softbox. It doesn't totally block out the light, but like this window shade, it tones down the harshness. You can diffuse light with something like this setup, or you could use the diffuser from the inside of a 5-in-1 reflector like this, or you can use something as simple as a white shower curtain. And if you have a light that's bright enough, you can even bounce that light off of a wall or a white poster board to get a similar effect. Lastly, let's talk about the size of your light source. The larger the light source is, the softer the light's going to look. So I know this is going to sound crazy, but the closer the light is to your face, the softer it's going to appear. So, if I bring this light as close as I can without showing it on the camera, it's going to look much more flattering than if it was across the room. And if it's too bright, I can just turn it down a little bit, which is one of the reasons that having an adjustable light is so awesome. And something that I highly recommend is to add a little bit of light in your background, just to give it some character. And that could be as simple as a lamp that you have hanging around your living room, or you could even use an RGB light like these to give it a little extra pop of color. So I would love to know your thoughts. Do you think you're gonna give Rembrandt lighting a try? And would you like to see a full review of this amazing $50 lighting setup? If that's something that you think you're interested in, let me know down in the comments. Next week's video is shaping up to be pretty cool, but in the meantime, I hope you have a great week, and I will see you then.